The air hung heavy, thick with the scent of lilies and regret. John stared at the cream envelope, Amy's familiar handwriting a cruel mockery in their silent house. For John, it read, simple yet laced with an insidious intent. It had arrived that morning, 2 days after her disappearance, as though she knew. He hadn't opened it, not yet. It felt wrong, like surrendering to a game he didn't understand. Her games were different now, laced with a dark humor he wasn't privy to. They used to be playful, filled with laughter and shared secrets. Now they were tinged with fear, a creeping dread that clung to him like a shroud. He finally ripped it open, the crisp sound echoing in the oppressive silence. Inside, a single tattered photograph, their wedding day. Except someone had scrawled on it, in Amy's elegant script, where our love story began. John's blood ran cold. This wasn't a game, it was a confession. The weight of the envelope felt heavier now, a physical manifestation of his mounting guilt, where their love story began. He knew where, of course. Hannibal, Missouri, the quaint river town where they'd met, a place once filled with promise, now a specter of lost happiness. He ran a hand through his hair, the weight of the past year crushing him, the fights, the silences, the growing distance between them. He'd been distant, withdrawn. Work had consumed him, a convenient escape from the crumbling facade of their marriage. Had she tried to reach out to him, to salvage what was left? Was this treasure hunt her way of forcing him to confront their demons? The thought twisted in his gut, a bitter cocktail of remorse and fear. He needed help, someone to decipher the cryptic messages hidden within Amy's mind, someone who could navigate the labyrinthine corridors of her thoughts. He needed a detective. Detective Baskin listened intently, his gaze sharp and unwavering. He was a seasoned officer with eyes that seemed to see through John's carefully constructed facade. "Mr. Blake," Baskin began, his voice gruff but not unkind, "your wife's disappearance is concerning. This treasure hunt, it complicates things." John shifted uncomfortably under the detective's scrutiny. He recounted the events of the past few days, each word a painful reminder of his failure. "We had our problems, Detective," John admitted, his voice barely a whisper, "but I never—" He couldn't bring himself to say it. Not yet, not until he understood the game Amy was playing. Baskin nodded, his expression unreadable. "We'll do everything we can, Mr. Blake, but you need to be honest with us. Is there anything your wife might have done, anywhere she might have gone?" John closed his eyes, the ghost of Amy's smile flashing before him. A memory from a time when love was easy, effortless, a time before the secrets, the lies, the betrayals. "I don't know," he choked out, the words tasting like ash in his mouth. But deep down, a chilling suspicion began to form. What if he did know? What if the answer lay buried beneath the carefully constructed layers of their marriage?